when the cameras are off, right, and you're not doing the content you're doing on Instagram and you know the content you're used to, like who is Wavy then? Who is Nick then when the cameras are off and no one sees you? You know.
You know, that's a good question, because I always wanted to be, you know, to get that question on a podcast, because a lot of people just see me from the outside. They see me as the content creator, the barber, the motivator, but they don't understand, like, and they don't know who is Nick. So yeah, I'm gonna answer that question right now. So yeah, I'm a really strong and resilient person that I don't play with myself. You know, when it comes to becoming better, when it comes to overcome my problems and also to fulfill my mission, I'm really strict with myself, and I don't play with nothing, bro. I take everything seriously, right? So yeah, I'm really resilient. I love to give love. Yeah, bro. I mean, gotta ask me more questions so I can answer you, but in yeah, from a point from like general like that, you know, I'm really resilient, and man, I just don't stop, bro. I'm a machine, and
Facts.
I go through a lot of things, and I went through a lot of things that people don't know about me, and man, I'm resilient, bro. That's the definition of myself. When I look at myself in the mirror, I'm like, good job, Wavy. Like, bro, that's one of the reasons why I always say this sentence, because of Larry June, which is my favorite rapper, but also because it really it represent me as a person. That, man, I always give myself my flowers, man, for what I do and for what I did.
Yeah, bro, and you're consistent doing it too, bro. It shows, you know. Every day you're like, we see your face every day. You know what I mean?
Every day, man.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So
yeah, 100%.
So I mean, because you teach others how to, you know, build their brand. You know, like how did you build your own? You know, because right now you're teaching it. You know. So.
Yeah, exactly. But my brand is built from, you know, authenticity. I don't play with that. Once again, you know, when it comes to my you know, image on social media, and also how people see me face to face, you know, I don't play with it. By example, you know, for my business, the black and yellow, I don't know, you see it, right? For the Wavy world, the black and yellow.
Yeah, the branding.
Right, the brand color.
Yeah.
Like, bro, whatever I'm doing is like black and yellow, right? I always put it in front of people just to make people remember the brand, and also to, you know, to make it more relatable when they see me and when they see the brand, right? So, yeah, man, pretty much it.
Yeah. And like, kind of, my next question kind of segues off that, you know, because basically you're leading people, right, with your content. You're a coach, you lead people. But was there ever a time where like you doubted whether you were meant to lead others, or, you know?
Bro, a lot of times it's kind of complicated for me, because, you know, I'm going through certain stuff in my personal life. And then after that, to motivate people and to help people. And then for myself, I'm going through something. Sometimes it's hard. It's complicated. It's really challenging. But, you know, like I said, I'm really about, like, just, bro, got to get things done and got to do things the way it has to be done. And I feel like, bro, if my purpose is to help people, man, I have to put myself on the side sometimes, and just to give what people are waiting for from me, right? Which is help, guidance, and motivation. So, yeah, sometimes it's hard, bro, but gotta do what we gotta do, man.
For sure.
Yeah, man.
So, as someone who helps others, right? Again, these questions kind of always segue into each other, but like, where do you feel like you're still suited in your own life, where, you know, you're still learning, you know?
Yeah, I still do learn. I learn a lot, and I'm not close to learn some new things, right? I'm really an open-minded person, really open-minded. You know, when sometimes it's like, I know there's certain things that I don't know, that I should know.
Yeah.
But at the same time, sometimes I would not say my ego take the front, but sometimes it's like, oh no, I don't need that, I'm good. But on the other side, you know, my inner self, which always want to grow and always want to be better is like, bro, Wavy, come on, just be more open-minded and learn and keep asking questions. And so yeah, bro, it's like I have my good side inside. Like we said, the devil and the, how we call that, the angel.
Angel, yeah.
Right, you have those two sides in your mind, inside of you. Then I'm always fighting with them. Yeah, always, man. So yeah, really open-minded, bro. I love to learn, man.
Damn, bro. So that's someone's phone.
Shit.
Might have to cut that part out, maybe. I don't know. But so how do you stay, like, you know, while you're producing all this content, right? Yeah. Day in and day out, bro, you're producing content. How do you stay connected to your purpose, you know, while you're doing this content stuff, you know?
Do you mean like for like as like what do you mean by that? Like, can you like
as in like
even deeper?
Yeah, as in like, because you know you got your business, you do content creation,
exactly.
You do your coaching. How do you stay like, you know, on point and make sure you're balancing everything all at once, you know?
It's all about, like you said, you know, it's all about balance. And you know, I'm really picky with myself, with my life in general. So when it comes to finding the perfect balance between my business and myself, I'm always aware of like what's going on in my life in that present moment. So let's say I'm working a lot and I go less to the gym. I'll be like, whoa, there's something wrong. You know, I need to put more time into myself, not only on my business. So at that moment when I have that, you know, thought pattern of like being aware of what's going on, you know, I make myself more balanced into myself, into my personal life in order to be balanced, right? So it's always about awareness, bro. I'm really aware of what's going on in my life and also around me, right? So yeah, always balance, man. Always balance. Sometimes it's really complicated, bro. Not gonna lie. You know, edit my content by myself, bro. Doing the coaching, barbering. Sometimes it gets really heavy. But, you know, being aware and, like, remind myself, well, Wavy, stay balanced. Wavy, go to sleep. I know you love to do what you're doing, but go to sleep, bro. You need some rest. You need to go to the gym. So, yeah, awareness is saving me, bro.
Yeah.
And to be honest, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the gym, how long you been going to the gym, you know, kind of?
It's been 3 years and 2 years consistently. Okay. Yeah, 2 years consistently, bro. I didn't miss a week. Every week, bro, I'm going to the gym 5 times a week. Sometimes 3 times a week. It depends on how busy I am. But, bro, every week, man. Yeah. I'm out there locked in.
Were you, like, skinny before? Or, like, because you're pretty, like, you know?
Skate?
Like, skinny. Like, were you skinny before? Or, like, before the gym? Or, like, you were, like, because, now you're in shape, you know?
Yeah, appreciate it, broski. But I was just, you know, playing soccer, playing sport. And yeah, once I started to go to the gym, I'm more into, you know, lifting weight. And yeah, bro, you know, that's what I do now. Yeah, lifting weight.
Yeah. I have a great question. This one's a good one. So
yeah, let's go, man.
Yeah, what's a thought or belief you have to fight with every day to stay focused and grounded, you know? Like, what's a thought you have?
That's a good one, bro. I would say is the best version of yourself would be proud of what you're doing right now. Because in reality, we, you know, in the position we are, like everybody, like the position we are in our lives, we all have this best version of yourself that we have to look up to, right? Because you might doing well today, but trust me, your best version is doing pretty much better than you, right?
Facts.
And you have to aim for that, you know, to match the energy of your best self, man. So yeah, I'm always asking myself, am I doing good, right? Compared to my best self, the best Wavy, the best, the Wavy that do not procrastinate, that give 100% on himself and on his work, on everything he do. You know, what is he proud of myself? Is he proud of me? If the answer is yes, man, keep going. If it's not, man, bro, go harder, man.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, I always compete against myself. And like, always, man.
How close you think you are to the best version of yourself? Like,
shit, I'm far, bro.
You're far?
Yeah, but more close than not enough.
Right.
So I'm more close, but I'm still far. Yeah. Still far.
Right.
You know, it's all about perspective. And yeah, I would say, more close than not enough.
Than further away, for sure.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, how do you handle the pressure to always be on and like being inspiring for other people? Like, you know, because that must be a lot of pressure on you because you're in front of the cameras every day.
Yeah, exactly. It's a lot of pressure, bro. Especially, you know, when sometimes some people think that, okay, Wavy is on point, he's doing nice content and so when I do a content that do not satisfy them, it's like, oh, what he's doing. Oh, we don't love that. Oh, Wavy, you said this and that on the video, and you know, I don't really walk with that. And I'm like, bro, I'm just doing myself. You know, I'm just being me, and sometimes people give me that pressure, and it starts to be heavy. But at the same time, I'm like, I have to remind myself and go back on the roots, and bro, just keep going, stay consistent, give you 100% on what you're doing, and that's it, man. You know, so sometimes it gets heavy once again, but you know, we gotta do what we gotta do once again, man. We gotta do what we gotta do, bro.
Absolutely,
you know?
absolutely, bro.
Yeah.
So you post every day, right? You train, you coach people. You're also a barber.
Stories. Yeah, Instagram stories. I post every day on stories. I would say, every day actually. Yeah, every day or every 2 days. Yeah.
How do you not like burn out, right? Because that's so much stuff to do where the average person, I feel like they would burn out after doing that. What you're doing for like a month, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Balance. As we spoke before, balance is really important, bro. And I feel like a lot of people lack of that, you know? When it comes to having your personal life and having your business life, if you don't balance, you're going to burn out for sure. And I meditate a lot. That's something that I really put emphasis on a lot.
Every day?
Every day. Yeah, every day. Every single day.
No way.
Yeah.
How many minutes a day you meditate?
I would say sometimes I do like 10 minutes, some days 20, or I would say once in a week, sometimes even twice a week, I go to the spa. And at the spa, bro, I don't have my phone with me. It's just like pure meditation and connecting to myself, and yeah, just to, you know, let go all the negative and just tap in with all the positive, and in order for me to come back on the field and just keep going and go harder. So yeah, man, I would say meditation is really important for me, bro. Without meditation, bro, I would have not been there, bro.
Really, like
really not.
What does meditation do for you? You know,
it helps me to stay balanced in a spiritual level. You know, we have that balance we talked about, business and life, but also in a spiritual level where you have to be balanced spiritually. Facts. Right? Because your energy is everything. You know, some people don't believe in energy, but I mean, in my perspective, on the way I see life, energy is everything, everywhere around us. And if you're not tapping with your spirituality, you will ask yourself too much questions about what's going on in your life, but in reality, all the answers is from it's from within, right? Mm-hmm. So sometimes it's like, damn, I don't feel good, but I don't know why. I went to sleep early, I ate, everything good, but it's just your energy. It's just something inside of you, right? And when you tapped in with that, you understand it, you know exactly what to do to recenter yourself when needed. Yeah. So
right. Just one last question on meditation, right? Is it like where you just like you sit down and you don't think anything and you kind of just try to like live in the moment? Like how do you meditate?
There's a lot of level, you know, to meditation, and for myself, this part is that's the basic part, right? You have to do that as a human being, right? You have to be able to just sit, let go all your thoughts, recenter yourself to yourself, right? And to just think about nothing but your breath. And what's gonna happen is gonna help you to like slow down your brain waves, and you know, how I can say that in a physical level.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
Right, in the physical level, but also it's gonna play a big role on your spirituality also. So the other thing that I do, I always pray, right? And prayers, bro, is spirituality also. So yeah, I'm really, really connected to, my ancestors, and yeah, I'm really tapped in with all of that, man. Yeah,
That's
I don't
crazy, man.
play with my spirituality, bro. It's a part of me, man.
Yeah, that's crazy.
100%.
Most people are not doing that,
No.
Maybe that's why people are not at the level they want to be at,
Exactly. The energy that I get is from my spirituality. So sometimes it's like, that's the reason why I don't burn out, bro. Because in a spiritual way, I'm always there, bro. I'm always on point. So I always have that energy that comes from nowhere, bro.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're on point though, man. Well-rounded, well-rounded.
Yeah, for sure, man. I have to.
What's the most uncomfortable decision you've had to make for the sake of your growth as a person?
To let go. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one. Damn.
Asking the tough questions today, bro.
Bro, I had to let go the love that I had, I would say even have, for people around me. Because, when you love someone, I would say, by example, your mom, right? You love your mom tremendously. You love her. She gave you birth and you love her, right? But sometimes, life will teach you certain things that you have to learn. And then in order for you to grow, you have to detach yourself from that emotion that keep you stuck. So even if it's your mom, man, there's a decision that you have to do, because if you don't take that decision, you're going to stay at the same place. So I would say that's exactly what I had to go through. Not necessarily like with my mom, but with a lot of people, not only in my family, but also friends. And that's the reason why I'm where I'm at also. Right? It's because I had to detach myself from all of that. Right. I had to, man. So, yeah, what was your question again?
Yeah, it was like, what was the most uncomfortable decision you had to make for your growth?
That was it, man. Yeah. Okay. To detach myself from people that I love.
Cutting people off.
Yeah, cutting people off, man.
Yeah.
That was the hardest one until today, bro. I mean, till this day. That's the hardest, but, man, when you want to grow, bro, you have to do certain decision, and
facts.
Man, it is what it is, bro.
Facts. Yeah. And a lot of times the best things is letting go of things, not adding on more things, but actually subtracting,
Exactly. So, there you go. Well said.
Facts.
Well said. Yeah.
So, my next question, bro. So when you're in a low period in your life, you're in a low moment, what do you say to yourself to keep going and kind of get that momentum back up?
It's crazy, but it comes down to Larry June, right? Larry June always say in every songs, keep going. And that sentence, bro, pushed me a lot. Sometimes I'm like, fuck, man. I'm like, nah, just keep going, bro. Yeah, just keep going. Just keep going, because as long as you keep going, you can never lose, right?
Facts.
So, you just have to give your 100% and just keep going, never look back, and just go forward, do what you got to do, and then, bro, all the stars will get aligned at some point, and then you're going to have everything you ever wanted, right? So, yeah.
Facts.
Pretty much it, man.
The only time you lose is when you stop trying,
It's when you stop trying, exactly.
100%.
Yeah, 100.
How do you measure, real success today compared to when you first started out on your journey?
Go in depth with that one.
So, I wrote these questions a while ago.
Yeah.
I think when I wrote this, I was thinking, like, what's something today that, maybe your past self would have qualified as a victory, whereas today it's kind of like, oh, this is like everyday stuff, Like, how do you measure success now compared to you like 3 years ago, perhaps?
I would say, back then, I always been, hated here in Montreal. Always.
For real?
Always, bro.
What? No way, bro. No way.
A lot of hate, man.
Do you feel like there's a lot of hate in Montreal?
What did you say?
You feel like there's a lot of haters in Montreal?
I mean, there's a lot of people that just don't know how to give love and don't know how to express their love towards people, towards people that they actually admire. And I'm not saying that all my haters admire me, but a lot of them just don't know how to give me the love they always wanted to give me. It's like, oh, this guy's cocky. This guy talk like this, talk like that. But in reality, what they truly want would be, I would say, like, maybe they just want a conversation.
Yeah.
and they're like, shit, how can I talk with him? But yeah, he's playing too much. He's acting that way and that way. So I feel like a hater is not necessarily someone that not hate you, but it's not someone that want the bad for you. It's just someone that would love to have this connection with you, or also that would have loved to be you, right? So I feel like it's kind of deeper than that. But yeah, there's a lot of hate in Montreal, especially towards me, and I don't blame them, and I don't play the victim. But yeah, man. There's a lot of hate in Montreal, man.
Yeah,
there's a lot of hate, man. But I was about to say something about your last question.
Yeah, because the question was, how do you measure like success today compared to like 3 years ago?
Exactly. So when I was younger, I've been through a lot of hate once again, but for me, it was deeper back then because I was not strong enough mentally to go through it. For me, it was like, oh, why people hate me like that? So it started to be like a trauma for me, like people hating on me and everything. So I started to be more, not hateful towards them, but more like, oh, they don't fuck with me, I don't fuck with them. And for me, success was when people will not hate me.
Right.
But today, my perspective changed, bro. It's like, if they don't hate you, you're not doing something good.
Right.
So back then, for me, success was like, oh, when people will recognize you, recognize your work and recognize your efforts. But today, it's like, it's not the same. So if I answer your question, I mean, success for me back then was to not being hated.
Yeah.
But in reality, bro, that's not.
It never ends.
Nah, it never ends, man. It never ends.
And you feel like the more you're getting known, the more followers you're getting, the more traction you're getting, the more haters you're getting, like the more hate.
100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
It just keeps going up.
Yeah, it just keeps going up. And also for Ashton Hall, I don't know if you saw Ashton Hall now. People hate him, bro. Like they hate him just because they're trying to test to see, is he gonna fumble? Because you see some people, they cross him in the street and they're like, oh, Ashton, how you doing? And they put the camera in front of him like, bro, don't do that. But they're trying to see like how he's going to react. Yeah. Is he going to do something bad? So we're going to put that on the internet to show to people that Ashton Hall is a bad person.
Facts.
So, they will always test you, bro. And bro, fun fact, he's the most famous person on the internet today. And they still trying him. They still trying him to see, when he's going to fumble and when he's going to show his real face. But he already showed his real face, right? So it never ends, bro.
Okay.
Never ends.
Yeah.
Hate never ends, man.
For sure. And it's only going to get, worse the higher you climb.
The higher you go.
But that means you're doing something right,
There you go.
You know, man? You're not doing anything in life if you're invisible at that point,
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
So what do you hope your content is doing for people on a deep level,
But I would love my content. I know my content is helping a lot of people, but I would love, to be honest, bro, I would love for people to cross me in the street and then to tell me how deep my content helped them in their lives, right? Yeah. And I had that recognition maybe 4 or 5 times this year about my content, right? Just the content. And bro, I would like to for people to really understand the message to a level where they're like, shit, he's right. Shit, I need to change this. Shit, I need to change that in my life. And then I would love that, man. Answer your question, right?
It was like, what do you hope your content is doing for people that are watching you?
Yeah, to really help them to grow, man. That's my goal. That's exactly why I'm posting so much, values on my social media. And as you told me the first time we talked, right? You were like, bro, your content is, is doing great, man. Facts. Really valuable and everything. So yeah.
Yeah, facts.
I would say that.
Crazy
man.
output, bro.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah. So you're also a barber as well, right? And you teach barbers, how to, up their brand, right? Charge higher prices. What's your opinion on barbers in Montreal that charge low ticket prices?
Yo, honestly, bro, I feel like there's a big lack of confidence when it comes to charging more as barbers. Because for myself, I've aimed to charge more in order to have high valued clients and to put myself in a position where I'm more valuable. And most barbers, bro, they're afraid of that position, because when you put yourself in that position, people will start to hate on you, right? And that's exactly what's going on for me. It's like, I want to have a haircut with this guy because he's good, but he charged too much. So you know what? I'm not going to cut my hair with him. And I feel like he's cocky for what he's doing. Right? And most people think like that. You know, they're like, oh, yeah, he's cocky. But at the end, it's like, I just know my worth, right? And not only based on my talent, but also based on the fact that, bro, I put a lot of work on myself physically, spiritually, mentally, and also on my craft. As a barber, you know, I really put my attention and my energy on that. So I feel like barbers, they're lack of that. They're not confident enough. For them, it's like, man, I want to be successful as a barber, but it takes too much to be successful. So you know what? I'm going to stay where I'm at. So they limit themselves. And that's why I coach them to be the best version of themselves. And some barbers think it's all about the talent. They're like, oh, yeah, but my fades are good. Bro, we don't talk about fades right now. We talk about who you are as a person. Like, how do you make people feel? Like, can you motivate your clients? Can you help your client if he's going through a heartbreak? Are you able to do that? So basically, that's what I'm showing, teaching, and promoting. It's like barber have to be life coach. That's what it is, bro. So I'm trying to build barbers to be life coach for themselves in order to coach their clients. So yeah, man, it's really deep, my vision with the high valued barber concept, which is to, you know, push barbers to be high valued, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, man.
So, like, when someone hits you up, they're like, hey, man, can I get a haircut from you? And they see the price. Do you ever get people telling you, like, yo, your prices are too high?
Yeah, a lot of times, bro. They're like, oh, bro, you charge expensive prices. And I'm like, bro, it comes with a lot of things, man. I have a lot of value to put on the table, not only on the conversation, also on, let's say I have some clients. Sometimes what happens, I do their hair, and I'm like, okay, so the mustache, what shape do you want? Do you want it like this, like that? And they're like, what the fuck? My barber never asked me that. I'm like, bro, I want to give you what you want, not what I want to give you. If you want a mohawk and you want it like this, like that, I mean, I'm going to give you what you want, bro. Right? Yeah. So, yeah, bro, it's really important to put the emphasis over that, to give the client what they want and not what you feel like is going to be good for them, right? So, yeah, I have some clients that, you know, they talk for the price, but at the end, bro, I know exactly what type of value I give to my clients, bro. You know, I give a lot of value, bro. A lot. I'm literally the life coach of 70% of my clients, bro. Like, life coach.
Oh, for real?
Every time I'm coming to their place, we just come back to the last conversation and we just keep going. And I'm like, okay, I closed the clipper. Haircut, bro, it's been like 2 hour and a half. I'm still there. Yeah, because they pay me good. Yeah. And we have a good time. And also, it's more than a haircut, right? So, yeah, bro. Some people do talk about the price, but those who knows about my service value me, bro. And that's why they pay my price. Yeah.
That's crazy. So, I mean, plug in your barbering stuff. Like, what's going on with the barbering stuff? Plug it in, man.
Yeah, so basically, Wavykidz with 2Z on Snapchat, wavykidz.official on Instagram. I also have a platform that is under construction, which is the Wavy World School Community. I'm also building that barbering community where I will teach barbers how to be high valued. And also on that platform, I will teach barbers how to cut hair from pre-made videos. Yeah, pre-made, right? Yeah, pre-made videos to teach them how to cut hair, and also, you know, building that community in order to have avengers of barbers, man, that knows their value and knows their worth, man, because we're not there to be average, man. We there to be high valued. We're there to be the best version of yourself, to bring the best service to our clients. So yeah, that's for my Instagram, Patreon. I'm the Wavy World on Patreon. I also do audiobooks. Do you know about audiobooks, right?
Yeah,
do you listen
to
post
one today, I think. Yeah, I seen your story. You
posted one today. Bro. I'm working a lot on that. Every Monday, I'm posting on my Patreon. It's like $10 per month subscription. And every week, bro, I talk about deep subject on my audiobook. And I give awareness and I teach people about a few things. And yeah, pretty much it, man. Instagram, also on TikTok, Wavykidz 2.0. Snapchat and school community that is coming. And also for your appointment, if you want to get a haircut or a coaching if you're a barber, www.thewavyworld.com.
Sheesh.
So, yeah.
There we go, bro. There 100%, we go. You know?
Man.
Price is going up soon, man. But next year, the price is going to be going up, man.
Talking about price, a lot of people don't understand the vision of the Wavy World, man. And, you know, I don't want to talk too much about that, but the Wavy World will be one of the biggest ecosystem in the world. And I'm dead ass. I'm telling that in that
Talk
pod.
to him, bro. Talk to him.
Yeah, for sure. And, you know, pretty soon people will see the value of the Wavy World. And, I mean, just get in the boat before it's too late. That's all I gotta say, man.
Facts.
Because, you know, the door will not be open forever.
Man, you know what I mean?
Yep.
So.
Yep. But, even my house call prices will go up pretty soon.
Shit.
Yeah, pretty soon, man.
I mean, your value is going up too. You know, it's only right. You know what I mean?
There you go, man. Exactly.
Proportionate. It's you know, it's you know.
100%, man.
But I want to kind of go off script for a second, man. I want to get into like some spicy questions.
Yeah,
man,
let's get into it.
Let's get into it, man. So, man, I think I saw a clip, man, but well, I mean, I'll get more into this, but like, what's your view on monogamy between men and women?
That's a good one.
What's your view?
My view on monogamy and polygamy is that polygamy is it's a rich sport. You know, not everybody can play that. Respect my guy. Not everybody can play that, and not everybody can. Not everybody can do it because. Well, you need a lot of money to do that.
Talk to him. Tell me about it. To be
polygam, you need a lot of money to provide for your woman, right? And the thing I'm gonna give you my perspective towards that. Is that to myself, I'm not seeing myself as a monogam, no, and I don't want to be. And if you ask me if I'm able to provide for women, the answer is no, and that's why I don't have no women. You know, I'm not in a relationship because I'm not ready to be in that position, right? And for me, I feel like love is one thing, yes, but what is her goal on earth? What is her mission?
What is the purpose of being on earth?
Yeah.
Procreate.
There you go. You have your answer. Then my goal is not to have only 3 kids and to live a life with my woman. No. With my wife, if we can say it like that. No, my goal is to have a lot of kids, take care of all my kids, and give them all the wisdom that I will get towards all my lifetime until I get, kids. And then for them to be successful as well. And also on a spiritual level, I know exactly what type of woman I need in my life. And I'm not there to just, just give love and just be in love and just, I love her. I love the way she make me feel, but more into what kind of protection and nurturing she's gonna give me. And when I said protection, it's not physical, it's more spiritual, right? Because a woman is a really, really, really strong, I would say, creature, on earth, right? They're really strong, and the more spiritual you are, the more you will understand what I'm saying. But yeah, it's like, bro, it goes really deep.
But you're not gonna be monogamous though.
No, at all.
But like, are you hoping to, live your life here in Montreal? Do you think the women are going to accept that?
No, I'm not going to live in Montreal for sure. And, that's a really interesting point you just said, if they will accept it.
Yeah.
I know my value, bro. I know exactly what kind of person I am. So I'm not into trying to make people accept. If she really fuck with me, she will understand my mission. She will understand what I stand on, right? And I'm not a delusional person to be like, I want to be polygam and then, but I just want a lot of kids and a lot of women. So like that I can, have a lot of women. It's not about that. The point is to, like you said, procreate, right? Is to have, bro, I need, the same way I need a legacy with my business, I need a legacy also with my family. I need something big, something really impactful that will change the world actually. Bro, I don't aim for little things, man. I aim for really big things, man.
So how many kids is Wavy want with how many women?
I would say 3 women is the good amount.
The sweet spot? 3?
Sweet spot. Yeah, sweet spot. Sweet spot is a good word. 3 women is a sweet spot, but for kids, bro, limitless.
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 So you 20.
fuck it. Yeah. Do you know some families that like they're like 20 sisters and brothers? Did you ever
personally?
Heard that one?
No.
You never heard that one?
I'm sure there's
Bro,
some of that in the world, but personally, me,
a lot,
no,
bro.
nah.
Okay, but you know, in the world, there's
for sure,
there's
absolutely,
a lot, bro.
For sure,
you
in
know,
Africa, I'm sure.
Right?
You know what I mean?
Africa, you say it.
You know what I mean?
So
Yeah,
basically,
so.
there's something this man understood, because when he's not gonna be there, he left so much things on earth, which is life.
Facts.
You know, so I can go even deeper with you, but it depends
deep,
on
bro.
how you depends on how you see things, you know. But yeah, it goes really deep, man. Really, really, really deep. So it's not on a sexual level. It's really on a deeper level, like as human being.
But where do you see yourself having a family and having like 3 women? Like, you said it's not gonna be here in Montreal. So where's it gonna be? You know, where do you see yourself?
It depends, bro. You know, it depends. For now, and the way I see it, you know, I'm Haitian. I'm from Haiti, and I mean, I'm from Canada, Montreal, but my parents are from Haiti. And I feel like now Haiti is, you know, it's not really positive out there. You know, a lot of things is happening in the country, but, you know, I know one day is going to go for the best.
Yeah. And
Haiti will be a great, great place to be. And I would love to raise my kid out there. Yeah, I would love to, you know, raise my family in Haiti, and just to come back in the States, do what I have to do, and come back to my place where I belong to, which is my country.
Right. And is Wavy an equal opportunity employer, or like, would you have a certain type of women you go for, or like the 3 women you're gonna have, is one gonna be like a white girl, one gonna be a Haitian girl, like? Or
they all got to be really, really, really extremely spiritual. That's the first point. I don't care if you're yellow, black, purple, I don't care.
Right.
You just have to be really, really, really spiritual, to a point where you prioritize your spirituality before a lot of things, before everything in life. And then to understand that there is a biggest, like the mission on earth is bigger than just be rich, you know, be rich and be successful financially. And bro, I feel like I'd rather be rich spiritually than rich physically, if it makes sense.
Yeah. I see what
because
you mean.
If you're rich spiritually, obviously the physical will come with it. But if you're rich with material, but you're not rich in spirituality, you lack of a lot of things, right? Because if I'm going to give you an example.
Yeah.
If I'm able to be so spiritual that I can look you in your eyes and know that you're plotting something to kill me.
Okay.
It goes really deep.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
So that level of spirituality where I know I'm protected and I know exactly what I'm doing on earth to fulfill my purpose. And for me, is to help people to become the best version of themselves. So I will fight until death to help as many people that I can. So, bro, I got to stay alive, man.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
As long as I can, bro. So my spirituality is my number one weapon, bro. And I need to be aware. I need to see things that physically I can't see. I need to be aware on another level, right?
Well-rounded person, bro. You're a well-rounded
there
person.
You go.
You know what I mean?
Appreciate it, my guy. Appreciate it.
What's your opinion, though, on the women in Montreal? Like, what do you think about, you know, like the whole scene out here and you know?
I would say
the mentality of the
mentality. I would say they trying to, women out there, not every woman, but most women in Montreal, they trying to put themselves in a position that they don't deserve to be. And what I mean by that is that, what I mean by that is that most of them think they deserve, you know, the prize, but they don't even work for the prize. And that's, I would say women from Montreal, but it's actually all the women in the West, you know, United States and Canada, and you know, man, that's
like
a big problem.
Delusional standards, you mean?
Yeah, delusional standards. There you go. Yeah, and that's the reason why I fight against that. I mean, fight is a big word, but, you know, I really promote masculinity for men, you know, to be the best version of yourself, and do not neglect that. Don't let a woman play with you, you know your worth, know your value, learn to walk away, learn to value yourself to a point where you don't need validation from women. You can value yourself by yourself based on things you know you do to put yourself valuable. So, yeah, man, I'd say, bro, it's a lot of that, bro. You know, they think they're something they're not. Man, appreciate it, man. Yo.
I'm dead, bro.
Yeah. So pretty much it, man. Yeah.
Yo, I know some of the women are gonna be saying some things about what you just said, but
man, they can say whatever they want, bro.
Yeah.
But at the end, we all know the truth, right? And the truth is that, if today a woman wake up and she's like, okay, I'm gonna put on some makeup, I'm gonna dress good, and I'm gonna go talk to this guy. He's rich. He's gonna spoil me. And bro, 99% of the time, bro, in today's world, the fact that a lot of men with a lot of success give too easily to those women. So yeah, they take it in their advantage, and then that's what happened, bro. They take it for granted, bro. So now they just walk and go and see the guy with money and then get spoiled, and then they live the life. But in reality, bro, man.
Yeah, I agree with you, bro. I think they're delusional, bro. You know what
they
I mean?
are, man.
They all think they deserve the highest value guy, but it's like they're average girls themselves,
There you go.
It's like, what, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You ask them, what do you bring to the table? They say me, like I'm the table,
Yeah, exactly.
Man.
Bro,
Anyways,
how can you be the table? Right?
Yeah, that's most of their answers,
And you know what's crazy? That's something that I love to say, and I'm gonna say it out loud today. But men are the prize, not
facts,
women.
bro.
Because a woman can just be pretty and just get whatever she want, but a man, bro, you need value, you need self-work, you need to be in you need status, bro. You need status. And do you know how hard it is to have status? Every man out there
wants status.
Facts. Women, bro, they just, not every woman, once again, but most of them, bro. It's like, yo, I'm pretty. I'm just gonna ask whatever I want. Princess treatment. I deserve this, I deserve that because I'm beautiful.
I'm pretty, exactly.
Yeah.
But they bring nothing else besides their beauty to the table,
Exactly, bro. So and there's another problem we have today is the fact that, a lot of them think working hard and being, that boss lady will attract a high valued man. But in reality, a high valued man is a man that wants to provide. But if the woman is able to provide for herself to a higher level, it's like, man, I can't provide for you, baby. Like, it's like you're a boss just the same way I am. Yeah. It's good. It's good. I'm not saying that it's not good. It's just like, it's going to be harder for them to attract the man they want. So I'm not saying to those women to not work on themselves and to not get money, but it's like, do whatever you want to be successful, but leave the masculinity and leave all the hard work physically to your man. Work the way you want to work, but man, don't try to be a man, bro. And most of these women, they're trying to be man.
Yeah, boss babes.
They're trying to be, exactly. Yeah, So I would love my woman to, to stand on something, but it's like I will not push her to be like, be a boss lady. No, I don't want to. Like you don't have to, because I'm carrying all of that, right?
Yeah. So
don't put this stress on your shoulders, because every boss ladies know that it's a lot of stress, man, a lot. So yeah.
So since you became like this influencer, right, this public figure, like do girls slide in DMs at this point now? Like, do you find it's easier to get girls now that you're like more of a public figure now, compared to like 3 years ago?
It goes in both ways. So face to face, a lot.
What do you mean?
A lot. Like they walk to me and they walk up to me and they're like, yo, you really handsome. Like, I would love to, have your contact, blah, blah, blah. And, I saw you on Instagram and you're doing great. And their approach is even like, I feel like it's easier for them, right? There's no ego. It's like, it's face to face, right? Okay. But on social media, it's like, bro, when you see a man standing on his things and on his standards and saying things like that with confidence, it's like, shit, if I send him a DM, is he going to answer me? Is he going to be rude, arrogant? Damn, I don't know. I might shoot my shot face to face. It's going to be better for me, right? So I had that conversation with a woman one day, and that's what she told me. She said, bro, I wanted to approach you on social media, but I was not sure about the way you would answer me. But face to face, man, you seems like a cool person. I said, okay, yeah. So, yeah, on social media, not too much, but a lot face to face. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I feel like they're kind of like comfortable face to face.
Yeah. And I mean, so you're single right now, right? You're not in a
Yeah,
relationship.
I am. Obviously,
So, I mean,
all my 20s, bro.
Right. So are you dating right now at the moment?
I'm not dating, but if I feel like talking to that girl that treat me good and make me see my true potential and help me in my life, I'll go that way. And if another girl at the same time is giving me the same energy, I'll be honest with the first one, and I'll be honest with the second one.
Oh, really? Okay.
100%.
You'll tell them that you're not just dating one girl. You're dating. You date multiple girls.
Exactly. Yeah, to 100%. You know, I don't hide anything, and I'm true to myself, bro.
And has that happened before, where you told a girl like, "Hey, you're not the only one"? Like, how did they react to that?
I would say, 7 times out of 10, they're like, "Oh no, I don't fuck with that." I'm like, "Okay, it's
7 times
cool.
out of 10.
Okay. Yeah, 7 times out of 10, they're like, "Oh no, I don't fuck with that." And I'm like, "Okay, no problem. I respect the fact that you don't respect that, but you don't accept that. But one thing for sure, at least I did my job, to be honest. So if she don't walk with that, it's okay, bro. Because at the end, my purpose is to be polygam. So I need women around me that understand what I stand on. That's it. And I'm not the kind of person to just like fuck around, bro. No, it's not my type at all. At all, bro. At all. I'm not the type of person to be like, oh yeah, we talk, good vibe, yeah, let's fuck. No, I need something more than that. You know, and spirituality, once again, it's something that I told you before, still important for me, even on dating, right? If she's like, she's like, oh, I don't believe in nothing, I don't believe in spirituality. For me, it's just like, we just live life and just, you're out. I'm not trying to talk with you. Nah, I'm good, man. I don't want to waste my time and my energy.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah. It's a different perspective.
Yeah, no, but you're honest though about it, you know? Whereas I feel like 100%. Most guys, if they are seeing multiple girls, they're lying to the girl. They're telling the girl they're like, you're the only one. Why? Because they're scared to lose her.
There you
right?
go.
You know but when they don't have the abundance mindset.
There you go. When you're confident, bro, you don't care. Because you know, it comes, it goes. It's like, bro, man, it's like money, bro. You know, money comes, money goes. When you're confident about what you're doing with money, you're not afraid to invest because you know it's gonna come back. Right?
Facts.
It's like the same kind of mentality.
Yeah, exactly. Abundance.
Yeah, abundance. There you go, man.
So,
yeah.
If one of your students come to you, you know, as a life coach, and like, yo, Wavy, I'm single, I can't get any girls.
Mm-hmm.
What? And you know, he's like the average guy. What are you telling? What's the advice you're giving him to start dating and start getting results? You know,
work on yourself to be your best self, to be qualified to deserve the woman you want.
Okay.
Right? Because once again, like I said earlier, you know, it's all about status. You can't be like, you can't attract that type of woman if you're not that type of man.
Facts.
Right? You have to work on yourself, and prioritizing yourself is a big, big, big move because it will help you a lot on finding yourself and also not letting women play with you. So yeah, I would say working on themselves, man. That's the first point to do. Yeah, that's the part that I've neglected in the past, and then I had to learn that, okay, yeah, I have to work on myself. I have to prioritize myself first, and then to attract the woman that I really want, and I would say need in a certain way. So yeah.
Yeah. How important is like having a good Instagram now in 2025 to get girls? Like, do you think that's important? Having a good social media presence?
Really, really important, because it's all about the image today. You know, if you don't have a good, presence online, she's not gonna be into you, you know. And it's like that's one of the things that I heard someone say in a podcast, and it was so real. It's a FitX, you know, FitX for less.
Yeah, FitX. Of course.
Bro, Fit said if your gram is private and if you don't have no profile picture, don't ask yourself why you don't get women. And I was like, man, it's so logical, because you don't put yourself out there to a point where they can see like who you are and also what kind of lifestyle you're living, because it's all about the image. If you're the kind of person to show up a lifestyle driving fast cars and everything, they're going to be like, oh, I want to be in a fast car with him, right? But if they don't see the fast cars, they will not be tempted to come to your way. So that's the sad reality, bro. That's why, you know, social media is, your presence is really important if you're trying to date, man. Really.
Yeah. If they don't see it, to them it's not real if they don't see it, you know?
I mean, they have to project themselves in your lifestyle, right? It's more about that. So, yeah.
Yeah. And out of these three things, right, like money, look, status, what do you think is the most important to attract a woman, you know, in 2025?
Damn, money. Oh, yeah, that's a good one, bro. Money. Wait. You said money.
Money, looks, status. Which out of those three, which one is the most important?
Status.
Status.
Yeah, status. Because look. Okay, kind of complicated. Because, bro, right? Because money, bro, money is an amplifier, right?
Right.
Okay, just to give you an example, I'm not the kind of person to bring women on date. Never.
What? So
Never.
What do you do?
Bro.
Straight to the crib?
Straight to the crib.
No way.
Straight to the crib. Not, to get into it, but straight to the crib because that's how I build the first, bond with the woman. And it's like, I'm testing her. I'm always doing that. And I always did that since I'm not, in my last relationship, so 2 years ago. So since 2 years, I don't bring women on date. But especially those who brought me a lot of value into my life. I went let's say, break fast with her, little things because I'm still testing. So I've realized money was not the point. So let's remove money. It's not about money. It's about, okay, who you are, but also your look, right? So I would say, look is the first one. Yeah.
Looks and then status the second
look,
thing?
status, and money.
Yeah, or I'd say if you're like an A-list celebrity, if you're like Drake, like level type celebrity, like you could be ugly, but like girls are still, because you're like A-level,
That's the reason why I was confused between status and, and look. But, man, when you have both, when you have it all, bro, you're a danger, bro.
Yeah.
You're a danger, bro.
You're undeniable at that point, bro. Because how many guys, first of all, have looks? Not that many, Exactly. How many guys have looks and money? Even less. Yeah. How many guys have looks, status, and money?
Exactly.
Even, Yeah. You're like in the top 1%.
Bro, for real, Drake is the good example. He's an handsome man. He got money, he got status, bro, and every woman want him. Even if Drake can be like, okay, I'm going to give you an example based on polygamy that we talked earlier. A guy like Drake, he can say, I want 4 women. They will agree to be with Drake.
Exactly.
Because Drake is rare. That's the point, right? Not every man can be handsome, rich, and have status.
Yeah.
It's hard to get there, bro.
Facts.
So sometimes, bro, women are willing to
bend the rules for that guy. If you're that guy...
Yeah, if you're that guy,
if you're the average guy, she's making rules for you. But like, if you're that guy, she's breaking all her rules for you,
There you go.
Like that same girl that says like, "Oh, I don't have sex on the first date." She'll break rules for Drake if it's Drake.
100%.
You know what I mean?
100%. Yep.
So, like, what's your opinion on like, let's say you're talking to a guy, right? And you're trying to give him advice.
Mm-hmm.
Or like, actually, better question.
Mm-hmm.
How long should a guy vet a girl for before getting into committed relationship?
Ooh, that's a good one. I had that conversation with one of my clients early, maybe a week ago. I would say at least a year, bro. At least a year. You have to test her. You have to see why she's there because, it's about the look. It's about the status. And sometimes about the money. But what she's truly looking for, that's the question to ask. And you need time to understand that. You need time to see, where's the trigger? Where it is. Is she's there because she can tell to her girls like, oh yeah, look at my man, he look like this? Or it's like, oh yeah, my man got money, so every time I need this and that, he can buy it for me? Or like, oh yeah, my man is that guy because he got status. Or some women just love the fact that they can control you. So there's a lot of things that, like, everybody, bro, if you get in a relationship with a girl, is because of something that is deeper than just the outside, right? And as men, I feel like let me come back on my words. I don't feel like I know that you have to know who she is and also why she's there and also what she wants from you, And people are limited by, she loved me and that's it. No, it's deeper than that. Maybe she just loved your attention. Maybe she just loved the fact that you prioritize her before everything and she feel important because when she was younger, she was left behind. Always left behind, always neglected, and now you're the person who give her whatever she want and you make her feel whatever the way she want to feel. Oh, she's going to stick with you now. But the way you turn off those switch, she's not there anymore. So is it love? Is it status? Is it money? It's something else.
Yeah.
So it's to learn and to know why she's there.
I agree, bro.
So at least a year, man. At least a year.
A year, yeah.
Yeah.
To me, I'd say 6 months to a year of dating. You know,
exactly.
So, you know, which brings me to my next question, bro.
Yeah.
Who do you think should love the other person more? Should the man love the woman more?
The woman.
The woman should love the man more.
Yeah.
Why do you think the woman should love a man more in a relationship?
Because men are supposed to love their purpose more than everything, because we're built to be providers. So if you love your woman more than she love you, then bro, your energy will be on the wrong place, man. And it's not about being like to give less love to your girl. No, it's not about that. It's just like your woman's supposed to be after you more than you after her, because you're supposed to be after your paper, after the things you're building, your empire, your purpose. You're supposed to be after that, not after your girl, right? And the best chemistry, I feel like, it's when your woman is after you and you're after your purpose. It's gonna create a healthy and well balanced chemistry where you're chasing what you have to chase and she's chasing what you have to chase, which is nurturing her man and be there for a man to protect him, because he's doing what he has to do to provide for the family. So it's bro, it's a business. I don't know if you see where I'm coming with that, but it's like a business. You know, it gotta run in a way where everything is balanced. Because if it's just about like, oh baby, I love you, or oh, I love you more, oh, I love you more, and then you don't focus on everything that you have to be focused on. And bro, for real, it depends. But in my perspective, that's how I see it, bro. Yeah, the more you're tapped in with your purpose and the more you're connected to what you have to be connected on, which is to build something in this world, the better it's going to be for your family and your future kids, and also for your women.
Facts.
But you have to be emotionally intelligent enough to be there for her, to give her love, to give her good in the bed, you know, to
Facts.
be on point still,
Facts.
But to be after your dream stills.
Facts.
Because you're the provider.
Yeah.
So,
and you know, I'm coming down to one of my last questions here. Out of 100% of the population in Montreal, right, the female population, you know, like our age demographic, what percentage do you think are wifey material, like genuine wifey material, out of 100% of the girls in Montreal?
In Montreal. Damn.
What percentage of them are wifey material?
In Montreal. I'm going to give you a percentage just like that on how I feel about that and what I think. I would say like a 5%. If it's not less. Yeah.
I agree. Probably, I think 3% probably.
Maybe
less.
Maybe less. But now the question is, what is the percentage of men that are in a good position to provide and to be good example as father, or, you know, as men for women in Montreal? Not a lot, not a lot stills. So the percentage goes in both ways, bro. Yeah, that's how I feel. Yeah.
Facts.
So I'm not against women. I'm not against women at all. But it's like, I just love to put the cards on the table. The same way I'm gonna call out women is the same way I call out men too, right? I'm the type of person to be like, sometimes I coach people and they're like, oh yo, but Wavy, nah, I don't get it. Like, this girl, blah blah, she's after this guy, and and you know, it caused me a lot of stress. And I'm like, bro, why are you after her like that? Be after yourself. And after that, you're blaming her for not. Bro, just blame yourself. Work on yourself to attract women like her, not to chase her.
Facts.
How can you have time to chase a woman, man? You know, it's that deep. How can you, bro? You're not even supposed to have time to chase a woman, bro.
Facts.
Yeah.
What do you feel that, like, the average, you know, woman, you know, don't want the average guy?
Why do I think average women don't want the average guy? Because the average guy is not special. He's not rare. He's not. So it also depends on her emotional position. If she got a lot of traumas, obviously she's gonna come with average man, because the average man will not give her the stress, the anxiety that the high value man will give her, right? So the average man is simple. You know, he's simple. Oh, baby, I want to go there. Oh, yeah, go there, no problem. Oh, yeah. Baby, I need love. Oh, he's going to give her love. Baby, I need you to buy me this, buy me that. Oh, you're going to buy it. You know, it's like she don't have to do that much to deserve that much, right? With the average man. But with the high value man, yeah, you have to do something on the table. I mean, you have to bring something on the table, right? To the table in order for this high value man to value you and to treat you the way you want to be treated.
Yeah.
And it goes in both ways.
Yeah. So what's more important in a relationship, love or respect?
Respect. Yeah, respect. Because you can love me to death, but if you don't respect me, I don't fuck with you. Yeah.
Facts, bro.
Respect before everything, man. Love, it's something that you can love that water bottle, right? You can love your cat, right? But respect, it's a whole different thing, man. Yeah,
I agree with you, bro. 100%. My last question, bro. When it's time to settle down and have kids, and you got to pick out your woman, what age range ideally would you want, or are you gonna take any woman at any age, or do you feel like after a certain age, you shouldn't be, you're not good to settle down with?
Yeah, that's a good one, but I would say between 23 to 25.
You're not gonna get a chick older than 25. Why not over 25?
Because I feel like between 20, I said 23, right?
23 and 25.
Yeah, maybe 22. It depends on her maturity and her understanding on life. But I feel like they're in their, I would say their prime, where they're starting to look for what they want to be in life, and they're, like, it says a lot on what she wants to accomplish in this world between those age. Because if she's like, oh, she want to party every weekend, it means a lot on how you see life. And if you're like, oh yeah, but I'm working and I'm trying to like do certain things to be ready to be your mom, and now you see, okay, yeah, you got something. You're there for something. Because women are there to procreate, how we say
procreate.
It? Procreate, yeah. They're there to procreate, right? So if she's out there and just enjoying life and not fulfilling her, every woman's purpose on earth, which is to make kids and to find a good man and to build a family with him. And if she's not chasing for that, what she's chasing for?
Okay. Right? So if a woman is 30 years old and she comes to you and she's like, Wavy, I want to come to you. What do you say to that? What do you say about a woman that's over 30 that wants you?
The first question is, baby, why are you still single? That's the first question. The second one is, why me and not a older man? There's a lot of reason.
Right.
She might tell me, oh, you're really mature for your age, and I love the way you think, blah, blah. Men these days, they're this, they're that. I heard that one more than 5 times from women that are more than 30s, right, than 30. So, yeah, bro, it's like I'm not going to choose them, but I know I can learn a lot from them. So it just depends on the chemistry, but I'm not.
You're not going to procreate with them?
No.
Why is that? Do you feel like once a woman hits a certain age, past like 30, like then, there's something wrong, or like what do you think? Like,
what did you do all your 20s? I don't want to give my kids to a woman that just, fucked around, man. You feel me? So It's like I have respect for myself and also for my future kids. I don't want my future kids to have a mother that been there and there and there and there and there and there and there, and nah, no thanks, man.
Yes.
I respect myself too much, and I respect my future kids too much, that I will put inside of her, right? Way too much to be in that position. So
what's your message? Like, what do you tell women that are over 30 that are saying like, hey, I can't find any good man. There's no good men out here. They're past 30 years old. Like, what do you tell those women? That
past 30, it's kind of hard to find the good man. The reason why is because it's either he's taken or he's not even going to look for you. He's going to look for the younger ones.
The younger one, yeah.
Man, that's the unfortunate reality. But to work on themselves is my first point, and to focus all their energy on themselves and not to share their energy with plenty mans, man. It's like focus on yourself and just wait, man. Life will get you to a point where you're gonna find the man of your life, man. You know, just keep working on yourself. Don't look for the good man. Look for the best version of yourself, and the good man will come. So that's the advice I would give her. Yeah,
I agree with you, bro. Because like, if you got to 30 years old and you're still single as a woman, it's like, what were you doing since you were 18? You know, like you're telling me you couldn't find one good guy in the last 12 years. Like you can find one decent man in 12 years.
Yeah, but there's a lot of things too. You know, there's a lot of like, I had that deep conversation with one of my client of life coaching. And yeah, she's older than me. Yeah, she's older than 30. But the thing is, she's been through a lot of things with men. She was really unlucky in a certain way, but also there's a lot of things that she accepted, you know, and it still comes to a point where you have to be aware of what kind of man you're dating, because at the end, you're just going to be a victim of your reality, right? Some women go through life like victims.
No accountability,
but also the fact that they were literally like blind over all the red flags. And then they accepted certain things. And then for them, it was like, oh, I love this man. But you love him just because emotionally and you just attached to him. But in reality, you know this man is not treating you good. Don't waste your time. But most of them, they wasted so many years and years to trying to like make things happen, and then go and see another man and he's treating her the same way, but she thinks he's the good one. Then, you know, it's like, who's the person to blame? Yourself.
Facts.
Even if you didn't like fucked around with a lot of dude, you still did the wrong choices all your 20s.
Facts.
You know, now it's time to give love to yourself and to understand who you are and what kind of things you can accomplish in this world to attract the good man for you. So there's always ways, but gotta be aware, man. You know, it comes down to awareness, bro. Gotta be aware of.
And bro, we're having such a good discussion, bro. I know I was saying that's the last one, but this is my last question. I swear to God,
dude, bro. Just keep going, bro.
Yeah, it's just like bro. This has been a great conversation, bro. We're getting deep into this, bro.
But how long do you want the pod to last? Like?
Honestly, usually like an hour and like a bit middle. But I think we're past that at this point. But this is my last questions.
Okay, no problem. But half time.
Yeah. Top 5 red flags in a woman.
First one, she's lying. First one, she's lying. Second one, she needs validation from other people. She's always seeking for attention, not only from other people, but also from her man, right? She's like, she depend on her man's attention. And like I said earlier, when it comes to being a high valued man, you don't have that much time to give to your woman. You're gonna be there, but you're always on the road, man. You're always doing things. So if she's not able to be balanced enough to want to need you, and if I can say it like that, if I can put it that way, but if she's not able to be balanced enough in that way, it's gonna be harder for the man. So for me, it's another red flag. Respect, for sure. Respect comes with lies, right? But respect and, man, loyalty.
Yeah.
I mean, loyalty, bro.
What's your opinion when you go on Instagram and you see a girl's Instagram, right? And she's been like all over the world, and she's like in a picture, she's in a foreign car in this location. She's in this location. Yeah. She traveled to like 10 countries in a year, but like she works at like Walmart or something like that, or at the pharmacy, you know?
The first thing I would say is she's coming from a wealthy family? That's my first point. Oh, maybe her parents is rich, you know, she come from a rich family and everything. But bro, we know the truth. And 99% of the time, what's the truth? 99% of the time, I mean, not all women, but most women, they have men that pays everything for them, and you know, they live on easy mode. Yeah. And they don't, bro, the craziest part is that they don't even give value to their man, to these men, you know. Let me give you a little story, bro. So I was doing, you know, one of my clients, and then, you know, we were talking and everything, and I said, yo, nah, you remember that guy? He said, yeah, that guy. I said, yo, I saw his girl at the party, and he said, bro, that's not his girl. I said, whoa, pause. But that guy told me that that's his girl.
Yeah.
Right? You said, no, bro, he's just paying everything for her.
Okay.
Just because. So I was like, okay, that's kind of crazy right there. Like, did she give him some pussy or?
Yeah.
Like, did she's giving some,
Yeah.
He said, no, not even. She's not giving shit to that guy. Nothing.
So she's finessing him basically. And he's a.
I mean, she's not finessing him. He let her finesse him.
Right. He's okay with the situation.
He's okay with it. Yeah. How can you be okay with that, man? It's crazy. Bro, that's crazy work, man. To be like, I'm going to give you everything you need. You don't even give me nothing in return. Bro.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of girls do that where they put dudes in categories. Like one guy is the guy that is the Uber driver that drives them around.
100%.
One guy is the guy that
100%.
One guy pays their telephone bill.
Yeah.
One guy is the pizza man.
You're the pizza man. It's crazy.
You know what I mean, bro?
No, but that's
one guy pays the bill. One guy's the Uber. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Man, like, what percentage of girls you think out here have guys in different categories? You know what I mean?
Percentage.
Like
you love percentage, right?
I mean, yeah. Do you feel like a lot of girls? Do you feel like a lot of girls do that in Montreal, where they put dudes like one guy's like gives me free attention, one guy's like my gives me comfort when I'm sad.
70%.
70%.
Yeah, 70%. I would say because. Yeah, 70%, bro. Even 80%. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when I'm talking about like Montreal, it's all the West, bro.
The West?
All the West, like United States and all the West, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially
different places.
Yeah, especially, Canada and the United States.
Yeah.
I would say, yeah.
They got like one guy they're smashing and they got like 10 guys that are just giving them a free attention,
Yep.
Like, you know what I mean? Where they're just like dangling the carrot and then one guy's the Uber guy, one guy's the pizza guy. Like, you know what I mean? So,
yeah. But it's a man, bro. It's a fault of masculinity today, bro.
Yeah,
it's a lack of masculinity we facing today. So,
but a lot of guys are waking up slowly with a lot of like the red pill content, FitX Fearless, Fresh and Fit. It's blowing up, and I'm glad a lot of guys are waking up to. A lot 100%. Of they're realizing like the truth. The
truth, exactly.
And
and the truth is that man, the average man doesn't get nothing.
Facts.
That's the truth.
Facts.
Right? And the men that get
the top guys that get everything, like
they get everything.
To the winner goes all the spoils.
Yeah, the same woman that say no, she don't want to fuck with you is the same woman that will open her leg and buy things to the man that is valuable for her.
For her, the guy she's as alpha.
There you go. Right. So, but once again, that's the reality of the world we live in today.
Yeah. Right. No choice but to level up as a man,
Bro, you have to be your best self, man.
It's a war out here, bro. It's a war,
man. It's a war.
It's a war.
And we live in a high competitive. I hate this word, man. High competitive world where as men, it's like you have to be better. You have to do better. You have to make more than the other man's. Even if you're successful, you have to do more and more and more because the competition is real, bro. When we're talking about like options out there, because women will fight for the best man.
Facts.
So you have to be in the category with the best man to be the best of the best of the best.
Yeah, I think, bro. So women love to chase, bro. I think they love. You know what I mean?
They love to chase. They love
chasing a man,
but they love chasing a man that worth be chasing
for. Exactly.
Chase for, yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
That's what they love, bro.
Because then they know they have the best guy if they're chasing them. That means like okay, they're like this must be the best guy because I'm chasing him.
And as a man, you have to still, you have to still not play games, but you have to understand that if she's after you like that, it's for a reason, but don't give her all the cookie. She's not going to starve anymore. Right? You have to be, in a position where it's like, okay, I'm going to give you a piece of it, but chill.
Facts.
Chill.
And as a man, how much do you think you should be making bare minimum? If you live in Montreal, you're a grown man. Yeah. How much should you be making bare minimum?
Bro, at least $100K, bro, per year. At least $100K, bro, at least. Because life is tough, man. Everything going up, taxes and all of that, and also expenses. So we have to spend for so much things, especially subscription and things like that. So, man, as man, bro, I feel like 100K is the bare minimum, bro. Yeah, at least. Yeah.
Okay. Do you feel like if you're broke as a man, you should be dating, or you should be?
If you're broke as a man, you should not date at all. Go get that paper.
I need you to say that again.
Go
bro.
get that paper.
I need you to say that. Yeah.
Yeah, bro, you gotta get that paper, man. You know, because once again, we live in a high competitive world where if you're not making enough money, bro, you're gonna be left behind. Because it's like, okay, you want to date that girl, but you're not gonna bring her there and like provide her for this and for that. The man that does it will just snatch her from you.
Facts.
And like I said, when it comes to status, money come after. And that's what I said earlier, you know. I'm not saying that I'm the most like famous and well-known person in Montreal, but it's like when I talk to a woman, they see my value like that because they see it, they understand it, they feel it, right? So as I said, the way I dress, the way I talk, the way I take care of myself, the way I make them feel in a spiritual level, it's like, okay, but I don't need dates from that guy. Just spending time with him makes me feel better.
Facts.
So if you bring me on dates, it's like cherry on top. And
Facts.
once again, you have to know, you have to know your league, man. And I know mine. So that's why I'm playing, I'm playing for keeps. I'm like, okay, I'm not going to spend because, I'm still trying to build my castle. But at the same time, if I feel like she's bringing me value, obviously, bro, I'm going to treat her the way she deserves to be treated.
Yeah.
So, yeah, pretty much.
If you build it, they'll come. You got to build the castle first and then they'll come.
Yep. You can't do things the other way around, right? You have to build your castle first and then to attract the rest, man.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, yo, that was a podcast, bro. Yo,
yeah.
Thanks for that. We got so many moments in here, bro. That's gonna go crazy, bro, for 100%. Sure, man. And go ahead.
Yeah, I would say, what is one question that you would love to ask me, but that you think nobody ever asked me before?
That's a good question, bro.
Yeah,
that's a good question.
That's a good question for you to ask me the question.
That's a good question, bro. You're putting me on the spot with
I
questions.
know. But think about that.
Repeat the question. What's a question that I'd want to ask you that no one has ever asked you that I want to know?
Yeah. And I will tell you if I ever heard that one before. You can go in depth, personal. I'll let you know if I'm comfortable to answer it for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's go. If not, it's okay.
I don't have anything on top of my mind, but for the moment, I mean, where can the people find you for the moment while I try to find, plug in your stuff, where people can find you?
Like I said earlier, Instagram, wavykidz.official, on TikTok, wavykidz 2.0, also on my website, for bookings for house call, private barbering, and also life coaching for barbers, but also for people that just, need guidance and coaching and life in general, whatever what it is, traumas. On my website, www.thewavyworld.com. Also on Patreon, The Wavy World. That's it. I do some audiobooks every week. So every Monday, I post a video. I post an audiobook on my Patreon. And also the school community, a community where I will put all the emphasis on self-growth, which is business-wise, mindset-wise, also skills-wise, everything you need in the Wavy World is going to be the place to be. So let's say like the Wavy World, just to give you like quick idea of what it's going to be.
Yeah,
it's going to be a place where you can